Good morning. Today we are headed to the Catacombs and the Pompidou Museum.
All right, let's go. Oh, that's cool. The most interesting place in Paris are the catacombs. Turns out the name catacomb is not actually accurate though, but more on that later.
We knew this would be an extremely unusual sight and a totally unique experience, but we had no idea.
So we start by going down the stairs, a spiral staircase straight down.
So many stairs. They seemed never ending.
131 stairs to be exact, leaving us 200 feet below sea level, deeper than utility lines, deeper than the Parisian subways. We ended up in a well-built set of tunnels, giving us a brief history of the catacombs. $1776.
We came down to go back up.
Oh, well then let's go back up.
It was so dark, we couldn't see each other. It was isolating.
You see, Paris got really big really fast. And by the 1700s, the amount of dead bodies had become a problem. The smell of the buried was unmistakable across the city. And the corpses had even contaminated the drinking water, which led to disease, causing more dead, so forth and so on. When the walls of Paris's largest cemetery burst, thousands of bodies, some that had been buried for over 10 centuries, came tumbling down. King Louis XVI knew right where to put them. He ordered they be transferred to what is now the catacombs.
Like tick marks of people being stuck there? No. This scares me. I don't look at it.
Since the early 1800s, these tunnels have been opened and closed multiple times to the public. They were even used as bunkers in World War II.
Immediately, we became speechless. As we crossed the threshold, we suddenly became silent.
I mean, everyone was silent. The sight of hundreds of bones stacked on both sides was just overwhelming. So in the late 1700s, the streets of Paris started to sink. Not knowing why, King Louis XVI ordered inspections of the streets, where they found what is now the catacombs.
How many people is this?
They say they believe 500,000
I feel like there are more.
over the years, over the
different. Okay.
all their femurs and their skulls. Every other bone is in the back.
It's a lot of femurs, though.
2 per?
Yeah, but the math's not working out for me. Look at it. None of skulls.
I mean, you would have to count skulls, not femurs. Like, yeah, you think it's a 500,000 skulls in this? You've heard me say that 500,000 people were buried here, but that's wrong. Like we said earlier, The name catacomb is not exactly accurate. The term catacomb is defined as a place where bodies are buried or cremated, like a burial ground. You see, this area was never used as a direct burial ground. It has no coffins or tombs. There's nothing sacred about this spot of land at all. It's officially called Ossuaire Municipal de Paris, the municipal ossuary of Paris. But we'll continue with its common name, catacomb.
17 more cemeteries, 160 places of worship, and 145 monasteries and convents were added to the catacombs, which now hold the remains of more than 6 million people, making it the largest visited necropolis in the world.
They put 4 fish in a well. They thought after 2 years, they thought they could predict the future.
4 fish in the well?
They put fish in that well back there. And after 2 years, they had adapted to their environment, but it hadn't reproduced. They thought it was weird. And they were like, oh, maybe they can predict the future. So every time they came up to the surface, it was yes, to the bottom, no. For months, priests prayed over the transfers of remains to wells like this one, where they were thrown down so that others on the bottom could create the walls you see today. In each gallery, an engraved plaque indicated the origin of the bodies and the date of the transfers.
It was very cold and damp and dark, so deep underground. The bones have to be maintained. This means cleaned and restored often as they become green with moss. Oh, what happened is...
And then you wonder if these holes are a result of how they died, or...
Some of you are just after, but like, look. Are these letters?
Let somebody taking some skulls home.
Mm.
See inside that. That's so weird.
Stephen cannot stand up in the catacombs. He's been ducking, his neck probably hurts. And I bet he's bumped his head a couple times. Okay, so that was a little intense. I swear they miscounted. I think that's 1 million plus skeletons.
It was definitely fun. I mean...
Fun?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It was interesting, yeah.
It shows you that anything could be art, you know? And if you're taller than 6 foot, watch your head.
I think we definitely all got quieter as we went through it. Like, it became more and more somber as we went through. But I think it was good. I think everyone had a real appreciation for where we were.
Yeah. On to the Pompidou. I think it's in here. Down the airport. B. We want B. You want to take it B? What's here? This one?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going left.
Hip-hop.
What's that?
The center of hip-hop. Oh, that's pretty.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we can go there after.
Sure. That's a Manu waffle. Named after the French president Georges Pompidou, this facility itself was meant to spark creativity. First, it was purposely designed as a cube, antithetical to the Eiffel Tower spire, because, as one of its architects said, they wanted to create a building which will not be a monument, but a celebration, a big urban toy. Next, all of the service equipment was put on the outside to maximize the creative space. Each color has a reason. Water pipes are green, the air conditioning ducts are blue, electrical lines are yellow, ventilation shafts are white, escalators and other areas dedicated for human traffic are red. Tickets.
Tickets.
Let's figure it out. Let's go up there and have them tell us no. This museum is Europe's largest modern art museum. Inside the massive 6-story building, there are 2 floors dedicated to temporary exhibits, 2 floors for the National Museum of Art with over 50,000 art pieces from over 42,000 artists, a public information library, an institute for acoustic and musical research, a bookstore, a cafe, and even a restaurant on the 6th floor with a beautiful view of the city. Very abstract.
stand up now? You
Sure. You don't have to wait on me. Oh,
I want to go through it with you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was just.
I think I'd rather be praying at that thing. Look, I'm really OCD. Yeah, if I got broken like that, I'd be mad.
You'd be mad. You wouldn't know.
Well, I'm thinking about how I would be mad, I'll tell you that. Ready for the whoosh?
She'd find a way to be mad.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the day after that.
She'd be one of those angry ghosts. See what you did in my skull?